Hey friends, today's video is about sugar. Sugar is one of my least favorite things for many reasons, but it's also one of my favorite things to talk about because so many people have issues with it. Now, I would think that some of you watching this either have a sugar problem or maybe you're a sugar addict and you're looking to get off of sugar. I used to be a complete sugar addict not that long ago. The thing about sugar is it's addicting, it's intoxicating, it's socially acceptable, and it's everywhere. For those of you who consider yourself sugar addicts, you will probably agree with me that sugar messes with our brains. It messes with our emotions. Sugar makes us tired, moody, sluggish, depressed, miserable, and it affects us like a drug. Studies have shown recently that sugar is as addicting as cocaine and heroin. When I start working with a client who has a sugar problem, 90% of the time they say that they don't feel good in general and that they often feel all of these negative effects that I just mentioned. Now, for this video, I'm talking about sweets, the obvious sugars like cookies, candy, cakes, donuts, chocolate. I know there's sugar in almost everything these days, and I'm not talking about fruit, I'm not talking about breads or wine or even the small amount of added sugar that may be in some of the foods that we eat regularly that maybe I even recommend. I'm talking about the obvious sweets. So if this is you and this is something that you want to get off of, the first step is you deciding that this is something that you really want to do. If you hem-haw about it and just say that you know that you should or that you need to, you're probably going to have a difficult time. You need to make the decision. You need to decide that you are a person who does not eat sugar. And you have to be sure of that and intentional with that. Secondly, if you want to get off of sugar, whenever you look at a food that maybe used to be your weakness in the past, you need to look at it differently. What you need to do is look at it as a drug as opposed to a food, because again, sugar affects us the same way that drugs do. Thirdly, you need to start to rewire your brain. Instead of thinking about how you're going to feel for the few minutes that you are eating something sugary and how yummy it will taste, you need to think about how you're going to feel later if you eat that, and especially if it causes you to spiral and eat more and more and more. Because again, most likely you will feel sluggish, moody, depressed. Maybe you'll get a headache, maybe your stomach will hurt. This is what was the most successful for me, constantly connecting sugar to all of the negative effects that I felt after I would eat it, to the point where I eventually automatically connected them. Some of my clients actually laugh because when I see a cupcake now, which cupcakes used to be a weakness of mine, no matter how pretty and yummy it looks, in my mind, I'm looking at a depression-filled cupcake. So to get off of sugar, in my opinion, cold turkey is best. I'm sure you know someone who has quit smoking in the past, or maybe you did, and most likely that person did not wean themselves off of cigarettes, right? Most likely they quit cold turkey. Very often a former smoker will know the exact date that they quit. So if getting off of sugar is something that you know you want to do, it really is about biting the bullet and doing it cold turkey. Now, coming off of sugar, those first 2 to 3 days, I'm not going to lie to you, you may not feel great. You may get moody, you may get a headache, but this is expected because you're coming off of a drug, and honestly, you probably didn't feel great before either while you were eating sugar. But the good news is it really only takes about 3 to 4 days of being off of sugar for you to feel so much better. It really is amazing how much more energy we have when we're not eating sugar. We sleep better, we're more productive, we're happier. If you have a sugar problem, honestly, the greatest gift that you can give your body is to get off of it. It is so worth it. I have been there and I know it's possible to get off of it for good. If you like this video, click the like and comment, and of course be sure to subscribe. I will see you in the next video.